Welcome to the Diocese of Kapsabet. This is a reflection from a trip that Helen and Bill Barleveld did in 2023. The diocese was planted out of the Anglican Church of Kenya, or ACK, Diocese of Eldoret in January 2016, and covers the entire administrative district of the Nandi County and consists of 6 archdeaconries with a regional population of approximately 890,000 people. The Diocese of Kapsabet is led by its first bishop, the Right Reverend Dr. Paul Coyer, together with the archdeacons and rural deans of that region. Kapsabet Diocese is a rural diocese with tea growing in the higher regions and sugarcane in the lower regions. Many of the farms are small, and most people are subsistence farming, and unemployment is high in the towns. The diocese plans to develop a model farm to show best practice for the small farms within the diocese. And while we were in Kenya, Mama Celine was harvesting a trial crop of beans grown in the dry season to see if that would increase land productivity. A harvest was achieved, although no rain fell through the entire growing period. Unemployment is high in this region, adding to the issues facing the church in helping people with their basic needs. We had the privilege of being at the diocesan office when 5 full scholarships were given to secondary students that could not afford to attend school. What we saw while there were churches that were reaching out to the community with the message of the gospel, and they were growing and planting new communities. Worship in the churches and schools were vibrant with dance and music. We attended several schools in our time here, and the schools reflected the economic situation of the areas they were in. While this is true in our own country, it was very apparent to us while we were there. The schools we attended were ACK-sponsored schools, and all had chaplains attached to the local churches working with the schools. Many of these were designated as evangelists as part of their preparation for ordination. Sharing the gospel wherever they can is a high priority for all the members of the church. As a result, the churches are growing. Mothers Union, or MU, is active across the whole diocese in serving both the church and the wider community. With their uniforms, they are readily identified as MU members, and while we were there, 58 new MU members were welcomed into MU, and as it's making a difference in the community, it is growing. Thank you to MU in the Bunbury Diocese for the baby clothes that you have been sending to us. They are being distributed through the Kamgoro Health Centre. The clothes are touching lives of mothers who are coming to have babies and may have nothing for their newborn children. It is a blessing to those families and that community. Thank you. MU in Kapsabet is launching a program called Safer Communities at the time of this video production. This program is to help people whose lives have met difficulties to heal and help others in the healing process. Without a safe environment, ministry is very challenging. So they are seeking to create a safe place where women can come and share together for healing, both physically and spiritually. When asked what is karma, Someone described it as men's mothers' union, which is probably a good description, as Karma does with men and boys, what MU does with women and girls. Care and development into good corporate citizens and leaders in the church. It's relatively new to Kapsabet, but is growing in strength and reputation as men join and are seen to be good examples and mentors to those around them, particularly the younger men. The theme for the diocese is leaving a legacy, building a missional church. We saw evidence of this, of the desire to grow the church and plan for the future as we travelled throughout the diocese. The diocese is currently building a plaza in Kapsabet, which will hold the diocesan office and generate income for future ministry development. Mothers Union have built homes for support of single mothers and are planning to build more in future to meet needs in the community. Big and small churches are being built by the communities to have places to worship. Bishop Paul's hope is that there can be an exchange of people and ideas between our diocese, so that we can continue to learn from one another and grow in our relationship with God. While we were there, we identified several different options from single people to groups that could come and visit the diocese. There could be an opportunity to come and spend some time working in the diocese and then seeing some of the amazing country and wildlife. In essence, combining work and holiday in this region. Projects that I would like to see us as a diocese consider to help. The first one was to support the Kamgora Health Centre in the protection of its vaccines. They currently have an electric vaccine fridge, but power in that area is unreliable, and when power goes out for an extended period of time, the vaccines are lost. This could be alleviated with the purchase of a portable generator as a backup in times of need. Second was to support the Kabalonik Secondary School in the purchase of a couple of tea urns. The school has 1,400 students, and they have a cup of tea during the morning break. That could be done more quickly with the aid of a couple of tea urns. The third is to help with desks for primary school students. In the poorer areas, students have to supply their own desks. Where they cannot afford desks, students have to share desks. And the fourth was St Paul's Primary School in Nandi Parish. They're hoping to get a bore at the school, which will cost them a large amount. And we may be able to help them with that first stage of getting a hydrogeological survey done. And once they have that, they may be able to approach Water for Africa to help with the boring and the infrastructure. The fifth option is the ability to support a secondary school student with their education costs and uniform fees. This could be done either as a parish or individually, and because there are many students that need that support.